Right, Paul, next video. That's your lower port. You can notice on the right hand side there, it's more of a V or a funnel. Because I like to get the air to flow down, because the air's going to go back towards the intake, which is this side here. So you want max airflow to come down and force its way that way. So I put a channel through this side here and a channel down here to force the air around that corner, the same as that one there. You can see it's V'd on the intake side. Now the intake, I haven't gone any further down. This little piece here was a small imperfection, I think. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little like lip. It must have been really weak metal there, but that's where the highest stuff was. So that's basically level. I put two little grooves on the intake. Should be able to see this way to feed more air in a structured way, so it'll go in the intake that way. So hopefully you can see that. The exhaust, I just brought the exhaust up just a little bit, so it's got another 1 degree timing on it, so a little bit more on the roof, and I polished it up. So I've got to be really careful I didn't polish the bottom too much, because these cylinders have got an issue of freeporting. So if you don't, if you touch the bottom here, you'll see directly under the piston, and that causes problems. You get carbon buildup under the piston, and it shortens the motor life big. Now I've also got the steel gasket, and I took a little piece off to leave the gasket here and here, because when it goes on here like that, the piston actually goes lower than this gasket when it goes bottom dead center, just a little bit by about, I don't know, probably mil. And this gasket was too tight, so it was actually hitting the gasket as it tried to come down. But now clearance, so I'm using a gasket, because if I didn't use a gasket, you'd have free porting. So even with a gasket, it's still a tiny, I'd say 1/10 or 1/20 of free port. But that should be fine, because by that time there, all the exhaust fumes are left. There's no back pressure. So I'll get this thing put back together, and I've washed it. So I've got to clean the bench. I got the other way. Got to put the saw back together. I'll run the saw, see how it goes, and then I'll do a muffler mod on top of that as well to check how it's going. So you'll see. Well, you go in stages, that way you know where you are. But yeah, muffler mod. I've roughed up all these intakes too, so it'll atomize the fuel a bit better. Anyway, mate, I'll keep you in touch.